The Fendi Mayor's dynasty just hit a dead end, and the smoke is coming from inside the house. Hours ago, Rihanna did the unthinkable. She hit the upload button on high-definition security footage from her private estate, exposing A$AP Rocky in a 3 a.m. secret meeting that has the entire world screaming betrayal. This isn't a rumor, and it isn't a misunderstanding. We're talking about a shadowy figure, a silver briefcase, and a biological secret that Rocky thought he'd buried years ago. You can see the panic in his eyes as he realizes the cameras were rolling the whole time. Rihanna didn't just catch him. She's burning the whole bridge down in front of millions. Is this a secret child, a corporate heist, or the most cold-blooded heartbreak in Hollywood history? Don't move an inch, because we're breaking down the footage frame by frame, and what happens at the 2-minute mark is going to leave you speechless. The world has always looked at Rihanna and A$AP Rocky as the ultimate modern-day fairy tale. From the moment they turned a decade-long friendship into a global romance during the 2020 lockdown, they weren't just a couple. They were a cultural shift. We watched them transition from best friends to a family of 5 with the arrival of RZA, Riot, and Baby Rocky Irish. On the surface, it was all billion-dollar Fendi campaigns and high-fashion red carpets. But as the old saying goes, all that glitters isn't gold. And in the hills of Beverly Hills, the gold has been tarnishing for a long, long time. To understand why Rihanna finally hit the nuclear button and leaked that security footage, you have to understand the pressure cooker that has been their private life behind the closed gates of their $20 million mansion. For the past year, the industry whispers haven't just been loud, they've been deafening. While Rihanna was busy expanding a multi-billion-dollar empire and raising 3 toddlers, sources claim that Rocky was struggling with the weight of being the partner of a mogul. It's no secret that Rocky's life has been shadowed by a chaotic legal history. Ever since the 2021 Hollywood sidewalk shooting incident involving his former friend A$AP Rocky, Rocky has lived under a cloud of suspicion. Rihanna was his shield. She sat in that courtroom, she ignored the headlines, and she provided the stability he desperately needed. But insiders suggest that the 2025 not guilty verdict didn't bring them closer. It created a divide. Rocky reportedly felt like he owed her his life, and that kind of debt can turn a relationship toxic fast. The cracks started becoming visible to the public during the 2026 Met Gala. Everyone saw the outfits, but the Navy saw the tension. That viral video of them in the back of the Sprinter van wasn't just 2 tired parents, it was the sound of a relationship snapping. Sources close to the Fendi security team claim that Rihanna had already started noticing discrepancies in Rocky's schedule. Late-night studio sessions that produced no music. Business meetings in London that left no paper trail. Rihanna didn't become a billionaire by being naive. She's a woman who trusts her gut and verifies the data. When Rocky started acting guarded with his phone and showing up at the estate at hours that didn't align with his work, Rihanna did what any boss would do. She upgraded the surveillance. This wasn't about jealousy. It was about protection. Rihanna's security system is one of the most advanced in California, featuring AI-driven facial recognition and high-fidelity audio capture. Rocky allegedly believed he knew the blind spots of the property, the areas where the old cameras didn't reach. But what he didn't know was that while he was out, Rihanna had installed discreet 4K units near the side gate and the private garden patio. She didn't tell him because she wanted to be proven wrong. She wanted to look at those tapes and see him just walking the dog or clearing his head. Instead, she saw the ghost of a betrayal she never saw coming. The narrative of Rocky the family man was something Rihanna fought to protect, even when the internet tried to tear him down. She defended his bad boy image, but she never expected that bad boy energy to be directed at her own household. For months, Rocky had been allegedly moving like a man with a secret. The whispers of a London connection began to surface on gossip blogs, but Rihanna swiped them away as fan fiction. However, the background noise became a scream when a mysterious anonymous tip was sent to the Fendi Corp headquarters, not about a cheating scandal, but about a breach of trust so deep it threatened the very foundation of the Fendi brand. You have to realize, when you are at Rihanna's level, your partner isn't just your boyfriend. He's a person with access to your life's work. The security footage she leaked isn't just about a man meeting a woman. It's the culmination of years of hidden resentment, legal drama, and a power struggle that was bound to explode. This intro isn't just about a breakup. It's about the collapse of a dynasty. Rihanna didn't just find a secret meeting on her cameras. She found the reason why her happily ever after was actually a calculated lie. The footage we're about to dive into shows exactly what happens when a king tries to move in the dark behind a queen who owns the lights. And as the clock hit 3 a.m. on that fateful Tuesday night, the lights didn't just come on, they blinded the entire world. Everything changed on the night of May 10th, 2026. The world was sleeping, but at the Fenty Mayor's estate, the cameras were capturing a betrayal that would redefine the term messy. This is the core of the conflict, the moment where the power couple image didn't just crack, it shattered into a million unrepairable pieces. The leaked footage, which Rihanna strategically dropped like a tactical missile, starts at exactly 3:07 a.m. The night is quiet, the air in Beverly Hills is still, and the high-definition night vision on Rihanna's new security units is so clear you can see the steam rising from the heated pool. The footage begins with ASAP Rocky stepping out from a side entrance. He's not moving like a man who just finished a creative session. He's moving like a man who's terrified of being seen. He's wearing a dark hoodie, strings pulled tight, and he's constantly glancing back at the master suite windows, the room where Rihanna was presumably asleep with their children. Rocky walks toward a secluded stone bench near the perimeter fence, an area heavily shaded by oak trees. Then the gate clicks. A figure emerges from the darkness. A woman, dressed in head-to-toe black, her face hidden by the brim of a dark cap. She's carrying a slim, silver metallic briefcase that glints under the moon. The interaction is chilling. There are no greetings. There is no warmth. The body language is pure, uncut tension. Rocky looks like he's having a panic attack in 4K. He's pacing in small circles, running his hands over his face, while the mystery woman stands perfectly still, like a statue of bad news. For 5 minutes, they are locked in a heated, whispered argument. Rihanna's upgraded microphones catch the sharp, jagged edges of their voices. The woman is heard saying, "I'm tired of the waiting, Rakim. You promised this would be handled before the Met Gala." She's going to see the resemblance eventually. Rocky's voice is a desperate, cracked whisper. "I told you, the accounts are frozen because of the audit. Just take the cash for now and stay in the hotel. Don't come to the house again." But here is where the internet lost its collective mind. As the argument reaches a boiling point, the woman snaps. She flips open the silver briefcase. The internal LED light of the case illuminates Rocky's face, and he looks like he's seen a ghost. She reaches in and pulls out a document, a yellow and white legal form with a very recognizable logo at the top, the London Genomics and Heritage Clinic. She shoves the paper into Rocky's chest. The camera, using its AI tracking focus, zooms in with terrifying precision. It's a DNA paternity report. The status? Confirmed. The twist hit the Navy like a freight train. Within seconds of the footage being analyzed by fans online, the screenshots of that DNA report were everywhere. This wasn't just a meeting. This was a confrontation about a secret child. A child from Rocky's time in London, the same period where rumors were swirling, but Rihanna had publicly defended him. The mystery woman wasn't just a stranger. She was allegedly the mother of a secret son that Rocky had been funding behind Rihanna's back for over a year. The hush money he was desperately trying to arrange was the reason for his financial stress that insiders had been whispering about. The footage continues for another 3 minutes of pure emotional carnage. Rocky is seen grabbing the woman's arm, not in a romantic way, but in a pleading, frantic gesture. He's seen pointing toward the house, toward the windows where his 3 recognized children were sleeping, likely begging her to keep her voice down. The woman pushes him back, and as she turns to leave, she drops a second bombshell. She looks directly toward the direction of the hidden camera, almost as if she knew it was there, and says, "Tell her the truth, or I'll let the lawyers do it for me." She leaves through the side gate, and Rocky is left standing in the middle of the garden, collapsing onto his knees, head in his hands, completely unaware that his life, as he knew it, had just ended. The social media reaction was a digital riot. Rihanna didn't just leak footage, she leaked his funeral. One fan wrote on X, "The not guilty hero of the 2025 trial was now the ultimate villain of 2026. Leaked screenshots of what appeared to be Rihanna's close friend's story on Instagram showed a picture of the DNA report with the caption, "I gave you a home, and you brought a scandal to my front door. You're not just a liar, you're a stranger." But just as the secret baby narrative was taking over the world, a second, even more sinister twist began to emerge from the shadows of that footage. If you look at the timestamp again, you realize something Rocky didn't. Rihanna wasn't asleep. The reflection in the glass door behind Rocky shows a silhouette standing in the dark, watching the entire meeting through the glass. Rihanna was there the whole time. She didn't find this footage later. She filmed part of it herself on her phone while the security system did the rest. She let him finish the meeting. She let him think he got away with it. And then, she waited exactly 24 hours to burn his world to the ground. But why was the silver briefcase still on the bench? The woman left, Rocky collapsed, but the case stayed. As the section ends, the footage shows a third person, a man in a suit, stepping out from the oak trees to pick up the case. And he doesn't look like a stranger. He looks like a member of Rihanna's own personal security team. Was this a setup? Or is the betrayal even deeper than a secret child? The cliffhanger hangs in the air. Rocky wasn't just being blackmailed by a woman. He was being tracked by the woman he shared a bed with. The internet was already drowning in the DNA scandal, but while everyone was busy counting Rocky's secret kids, Rihanna was preparing to drop the real nuclear bomb. The escalation didn't just happen on Twitter. It happened in the boardrooms of Wall Street and the high fashion houses of Paris. Within 6 hours of the first leak, a second, much more terrifying video hit the Navy fan sites. This wasn't the garden footage. This was interior surveillance from Rocky's private dressing room, a room that everyone thought was his safe space. In this new footage, Rihanna is seen standing alone in front of Rocky's heavy-duty biometric safe. She isn't crying, she isn't screaming. Her face is a mask of cold, calculated precision. She uses a bypass key, one that only a homeowner of her status would possess, and the heavy steel door swings open. But she doesn't pull out jewelry or cash. She pulls out a stack of non-disclosure agreements, NDAs, and a second, encrypted burner phone. She turns the phone toward the camera, scrolling through messages that date back to the 2026 Met Gala preparation. The shocking reveal, the DNA test in the garden? It was a decoy, a distraction. The mystery woman wasn't there to demand child support. She was a corporate courier for a rival luxury conglomerate. The messages on that burner phone revealed a betrayal that goes beyond the heart. It goes straight for the empire. Rocky hadn't just been cheating emotionally. He had been allegedly selling proprietary sketches and internal financial projections for the upcoming Savage X Fenty expansion. The London connection wasn't a baby mama. It was a high-level meeting with a European fashion rival to leak Rihanna's 2027 marketing strategy in exchange for a massive offshore payout. The internet's head spun. One viral Twitter thread, which gained 500,000 retweets in 40 minutes, broke it down. Rocky didn't just break her heart. He tried to bankrupt the mother of his children. He was using her own mansion as a corporate spy, HQ. The evidence was damning. Rihanna's second clip shows her holding up a prototype of a new Fenty techwear line, a design that leaked on a rival's website just days prior. She looks directly into the lens and says, with a voice as sharp as a razor, "You thought the house was big enough for your secrets, Rakim? I own the house. I own the cameras. And now, I own your future." The industry backlash was a total blackout. Within an hour, 3 major luxury brands announced they were suspending their partnership with A$AP Rocky indefinitely. His upcoming album rollout? Cancelled. His tour dates? Vanished from the ticket sites. But the drama didn't stop at business. The emotional escalation reached a fever pitch when a leaked audio recording surfaced, allegedly from a heated confrontation inside the house just minutes after the safe was opened. You can hear Rihanna's voice, trembling with a mix of rage and disbelief. "I stood by you in Sweden. I stood by you through the shooting trial. I made you a part of my family, and you are selling my life to the highest bidder?" Rocky's response was a muffled, broken sound, not a denial, but a plea for understanding. Celebrity responses began flooding the timeline. Cardi B reportedly went live for 3 minutes, screaming about loyalty and snakes in the grass, while Drake, the man who has always been in the background of Rihanna's life, posted a photo of himself in London with the caption, "Some of us actually know how to protect a queen." The shade was so heavy it crashed the Instagram servers for 15 minutes. But just as the corporate spy narrative was becoming the accepted truth, a new cliffhanger emerged that changed the narrative yet again. A forensic digital analyst on TikTok pointed out something in the background of the safe footage. On the very top shelf of Rocky's safe, right next to the burner phone, was a marriage certificate. But the name on the certificate wasn't Rihanna's. It was the name of the mystery woman from the garden. The question shifted from, is he a spy? To, is he a bigamist? Was Rocky already married to this woman before he ever stepped foot on a red carpet with Rihanna? Was their entire 3-year relationship, the 3 children, and the family goals a legal fraud? The second reveal hit harder than the first. Rihanna wasn't just leaking footage to get revenge. She was leaking it because she realized she was never legally his wife. She was his mark. The section ends with a shot of the Beverly Hills estate gate. The moving trucks are no longer entering. Instead, specialized document destruction. Vans are lining the street. The Fendi legal team has arrived. And as the sun begins to rise over the mansion, a final insider report claims that Rihanna has filed an emergency injunction to strip Rocky of all parental rights, citing extreme danger to the household. But new questions are surfacing. If Rocky was married to the other woman, what does that mean for the kids? And who is the person currently leaking Rihanna's private messages in retaliation? The drama isn't escalating, it's exploding. The fallout from the bigamy and corporate heist reveal didn't just trend, it paralyzed the global internet. We're talking about a digital civil war where the hashtag Navy and the hashtag Rocky Road supporters have turned every social media platform into a literal battlefield. Within 12 hours of the marriage certificate reveal, the hashtag Justice for Rihanna hit 40 million posts. The public reaction was one of pure, unadulterated shock. Fans who had spent years tattooing Rocky's lyrics on their skin were filmed in viral TikToks literally burning their merch in their backyards. "I defended this man through a shooting trial," one top creator screamed into her camera. "I called him a king. But he wasn't just a cheater, he was a whole legal fraud." But as the drama scaled, the industry reactions became cold and clinical. This wasn't just celebrity gossip anymore, this was a liability. Within the first 24 hours, the ASAP Rocky brand became radioactive. A major luxury jewelry house, which had just signed Rocky for a multi-million-dollar campaign, issued a press release that didn't just suspend the contract. They wiped his existence from their history. "Our brand stands for integrity and family values," the statement read. "In light of the recent verifiable evidence, we are severing all ties." Reports are swirling that the insurance companies for Rocky's upcoming tour have officially withdrawn, citing extreme moral turpitude, which effectively leaves Rocky with a $50 million debt for canceled venues and logistics. Inside the industry, the division is getting messy. The A-list is picking sides like it's a high school cafeteria. Sources say that the Kardashian-Jenner clan is in a state of panic, with Kendall Jenner, Rocky's former flame, reportedly deleting every single photo of him from her archives to avoid the splash damage. Meanwhile, Beyoncé and Jay-Z have remained silent, but insiders claim a private jet from the Roc Nation fleet landed at a private hangar near Rihanna's mansion at 4 a.m. The heavy hitters are moving in the shadows to protect the queen. However, the Rocky defenders have started their own counterstrike. A small but aggressive group of men's rights influencers and music purists are claiming that Rihanna is a marketing dictator who has staged the entire security leak to destroy a black man's career. "Look at the timing," one viral YouTube analyst argued. "She leaks this right before his album drop? She's using her billionaire power to cancel him because he wanted his own independence." This narrative has sparked a toxic debate about gender power dynamics in Hollywood, with people arguing that if the roles were reversed, the reaction wouldn't be this extreme. The leaked reaction from Rocky's camp was even more explosive. An unnamed associate from the ASAP mob leaked a voice note allegedly from Rocky to a friend where he sounds completely broken but defiant. "She's twisting the narrative, man. That marriage certificate? It's from a music video shoot in 2018. She's taking props and turning them into crimes because she knows I'm the only one who can't be bought." This one voice note sent the internet into a fresh frenzy. Was Rihanna, the woman we all trust, actually manufacturing evidence to win a custody battle for RZA, Riot, and Baby Rocky? The news outlets are in a feeding frenzy. CNN and BBC have actually started segments on the legal implications of celebrity leaks, and TMZ has a dedicated Riri Rocky war room live streaming from outside the estate gates. We saw footage of a lawyer from the most feared divorce firm in Los Angeles, Samantha Spector's team, entering the mansion with 3 heavy boxes of documents. The industry backlash has officially moved from social media to the legal system. But the real controversy was fueled by a blind item posted by a high-level fashion insider. The post claimed that the rival conglomerate Rocky was allegedly selling secrets to was actually owned by a silent partner, and that partner's name is allegedly Chris Brown. The internet literally stopped. If Rocky was working with the one man who caused Rihanna the most trauma in her past, this isn't just a business betrayal, it's a psychological assassination. Fans are losing their minds. If Chris Brown is involved, Rocky is a dead man walking, one fan posted on X. The statement has fueled a level of hate directed at Rocky that we haven't seen in decades. The cliffhanger is hanging over everyone's head. Is Rocky really that cold-blooded, or is this Chris Brown connection a fake story planted by Rihanna's team to ensure Rocky never recovers? The division is deep, the stakes are billions, and the truth is buried under layers of leaked 4K footage. The digital war was at its peak, but the physical reality at the Beverly Hills mansion just took a turn so dark it feels like a Hollywood thriller. Just 2 hours ago, as the world was dissecting the Chris Brown connection, a new piece of security footage, this time from the estate's main perimeter gate, was leaked to a private Discord server before hitting the mainstream. In the video, dated tonight, May 14th, 2026, we see a frantic, high-speed exit. A silver SUV, registered to Rocky's management, slams through the side gate, narrowly missing the paparazzi's lenses. The final twist, but Rocky wasn't driving. And he wasn't alone. High-speed thermal cameras captured the heat signatures inside the vehicle, and what they revealed has paralyzed the industry. Rocky is seen in the passenger seat, looking physically battered, with a bandage wrapped around his hand. But the person in the driver's seat? It was the mystery woman from the garden, the one Rocky called his sister. But as she pulls onto the main road, she does something that changes everything. She stops the car, looks directly into a paparazzi camera, and pulls off a high-end prosthetic mask. Underneath the mask wasn't a socialite, and it wasn't a sister. It was Rihanna's own former chief financial officer, a woman who vanished from the Fenty Corp payroll 3 months ago. The realization hit like a lightning bolt. This wasn't a secret family or a cheating scandal. This was a multi-million-dollar sting operation. Rocky wasn't selling Rihanna's secrets to a rival. He was allegedly working with the CFO to siphon off Fenty assets into a private offshore account in the Cayman Islands. They used the DNA test and the secret meeting as a cover to exchange encrypted hard drives. The bigamy marriage certificate? It was a fake document created to provide Rocky with a hard exit strategy to claim asylum in a non-extradition country if the Fenty legal team ever caught on. But here's the real cliffhanger that will keep you up tonight. As the SUV speeds away, Rihanna's own phone light is seen in the corner of the frame. She isn't chasing them. She's standing on her balcony, holding a remote detonator, not for a bomb, but for a digital kill switch. She looks at her screen and whispers a single line that was caught by her lapel mic. "I didn't just track you, Rakim. I funded your escape, so I could see exactly where you're taking my money." As the screen fades to black, a final notification pings on the Navy fan sites. Rocky's private jet has just been grounded by the FBI on the tarmac at Van Nuys Airport. But when the agents breached the cabin, it was empty. Rocky, the CFO, and the silver briefcase have vanished into thin air. The only thing left on the seat was a single Savage X Fenty lace glove and a note that reads, the footage was only the beginning. See you in London. The drama isn't over. It's just moved to a global stage. Is Rocky a fugitive on the run? Or is Rihanna playing a much larger game of cat and mouse that involves the highest levels of international finance? And who is the person now leaking Rihanna's own bank statements showing she was the one who sent the money to the Cayman Islands first? The truth is buried, the mansion is empty, and the hunt is officially on. Stay tuned, because tomorrow at 9 a.m., we are dropping the exclusive FBI audio leak that reveals exactly who tipped them off. This is no longer a breakup. This is a war. The Fenny Empire is crumbling in real time, and we are just scratching the surface. Was Rocky a mastermind thief? Or is Rihanna playing a game so deep even the FBI can't keep up? I want to hear your theories in the comments right now. Who is the man in the bushes? Is the CFO working for Chris Brown? Drop your thoughts below. I'm reading every single one. If you're Team Rihanna, smash that like button. And if you want to see the FBI audio leak dropping in 4 hours, hit subscribe and turn on the bell icon. You do not want to miss the final showdown. See you in the next update.